1929, a major turning point. The Hollywood Bowl begins its journey toward permanence with the rise of the iconic fourth shell. Watch as this massive concrete and steel structure transforms a natural canyon into a world-class stage. From the first steel skeletons to the electric nights of Beatlemania and the legendary voices that defined a century. Today, Old Photo History brings you the remarkable second half of the Bowl's evolution. Let's witness the birth of a legend. 1929, the fourth shell of the Hollywood Bowl rises during construction. This massive new structure, with its familiar curved shape, marks a major step toward permanence. Built by Allied architects after the previous shell was damaged by water, this design blends concrete and steel, creating a much stronger and more impressive stage that would serve the bowl for decades to come. 1929, the massive steel framework for the fourth shell of the Hollywood Bowl takes shape. This enormous steel skeleton, designed by the architectural firm Elliott, Bowen & Waltz, was built by Allied architects. Rising over 90 feet wide and 60 feet high, this structure would become the backbone of the iconic shell that defined the Hollywood Bowl for the next 74 years. 1929, an incredible aerial view of the Hollywood Bowl under construction. You can clearly see the massive new shell taking shape, along with the sweeping curved seating for 20,000 people. The parking area is already filling with cars, while the entire venue is transforming into the iconic landmark we recognize today. This bird's-eye perspective shows just how enormous the bowl had become in only a decade. 1929, a powerful view from behind the Hollywood Bowl shell, looking out toward the massive seating area carved into the hillside. The iconic curved structure stands ready while row after row of benches stretch upward, creating the classic amphitheater shape we still recognize today. This was the moment the Hollywood Bowl truly began to look like the legend it would become. 1929, the Hollywood Bowl with its brand new fourth shell nearly complete. The massive curved structure stands proudly in the center, while the vast seating area stretches up the hillside, ready for thousands of eager fans. This shell was finished just in time for the summer season, bringing a stronger, more permanent home for the music that would echo through the canyon for decades. 1929, a dramatic view from behind the Hollywood Bowl shell, looking out across the vast seating area. This fourth shell, completed in 1929, would serve as the iconic backdrop for decades. Legends like Frank Sinatra, the Beatles in 1964 and 1965, and Luciano Pavarotti in 1973 all performed right here under this very structure that defined the Bowl's golden era. 1929, the completed fourth shell and stage of the Hollywood Bowl. This striking curved structure, with its elegant stepped arches, stands proudly as the new heart of the venue. Designed by the firm Elliott, Bowen & Waltz and built by Allied architects, this iconic shell would become the defining image of the Hollywood Bowl, serving as the perfect backdrop for countless legendary performances for decades to come. 1929, a breathtaking view from the upper seating of the Hollywood Bowl, looking down toward the stage and the brand new fourth shell. From this high vantage point, the massive curved structure appears perfectly nestled against the hillside, while row after row of benches sweep down toward the orchestra. The natural canyon, the open sky, and the surrounding hills all come together, creating the perfect harmony that makes the Hollywood Bowl truly unique. 1929, a sweeping view from behind the upper seating area, looking down across the Hollywood Bowl toward the brand new fourth shell. The iconic curved structure gleams in the center, while row after row of benches curve gracefully around it. High on the hill, you can see the famous Hollywood Bowl sign, and in the distance, the growing city of Los Angeles. This is the bowl at its turning point, already looking like the legendary venue we know today. Around 1930, a beautiful wide view of the Hollywood Bowl from outside showing the front of the fourth shell with its elegant curved design. This iconic structure, slightly modified from the original, now stood ready to welcome the greatest musicians of the era. In 1932, the legendary violinist Heifetz would perform here, under this very shell, helping cement the bowl's reputation as one of the world's premier outdoor concert venues. From 1926 to 1929, the Hollywood Bowl went through 4 dramatic shell designs in just 4 years. Look at this incredible side-by-side comparison. The very first experimental shell in 1926, the bold pyramidal second shell in 1927, the massive third shell in 1928, and finally, the elegant, iconic fourth shell in 1929, the one that would define the Hollywood Bowl for the next 74 years. Around 1928, cars stream along the newly paved Cahuenga Pass, the main route leading directly to the Hollywood Bowl. Look at these classic automobiles, heading toward the venue with the famous park sign visible on the right. This improved road was crucial, making it much easier for thousands of fans to reach the bowl every night, turning it into a true destination for all of Los Angeles. 1931, looking down from the hillside toward the future Pilgrimage Play Theater area with the Hollywood Bowl visible in the distance. This construction site, once home to a wooden theater built in 1920, was completely destroyed by a devastating fire in October 1929. Now, a much stronger concrete structure is rising, ready to serve future generations of outdoor performances in this beautiful canyon. 1931, a vibrant street scene on Broadway in downtown Los Angeles. A huge banner stretches across the road announcing Hollywood Bowl Summer Concerts with conductor Alfred Hertz. The street is alive with people, cars, streetcars, and excitement. This giant sign shows just how popular the bowl had become, drawing crowds from all over the city every summer night. 1932, September 24th, a spectacular aerial view of the Hollywood Bowl with the famous Goodyear blimp floating gracefully overhead. The massive venue is packed with thousands of people, filling every seat in the natural amphitheater. This iconic image captures the bowl at its height of early popularity, a true Los Angeles landmark, drawing crowds from across the city under the watchful eye of the Goodyear blimp. 1932, Easter sunrise service at the Hollywood Bowl. The entire venue is packed to absolute capacity, a sea of thousands upon thousands of people filling every seat, the hillsides, and every available space. From this high vantage point, you see the iconic shell, the stage, and the massive crowd stretching far into the distance. This was the bowl at its most powerful, a spiritual and musical gathering that had become a beloved Los Angeles tradition. 1934, a spectacular night performance of Shakespeare's A Midnight Summer's Dream, directed by the legendary Max Reinhardt at the Hollywood Bowl. The enormous stage is filled with a massive cast, elaborate costumes, and dramatic scenery. Dancers in flowing costumes spread across the front, while the iconic shell and hillside seating create a magical open-air theater under the stars. This production drew over 200,000 people and featured a young Mickey Rooney as Puck. Around 1936, a quiet, empty Hollywood Bowl, waiting for the next performance. By this time, conductor Alfred Hertz had already led his 100th concert here in 1934. Just 2 years later, the bowl would break its own record when French soprano Lily Pons performed, drawing an incredible 26,410 people, far beyond the official capacity of 20,000. The bowl was no longer just a venue, it had become a phenomenon. 1935, workers carefully paint the Hollywood Bowl shell, giving it a fresh new look. High on ladders and scaffolding, they apply fresh coats of paint to the iconic curved structure. This maintenance was essential, keeping the bowl looking pristine for the thousands of fans who flocked here every summer. Even the smallest details, like this fresh coat of paint, helped maintain the magic of this legendary open-air theater. 1937, a powerful night view from behind the Hollywood Bowl shell, looking straight toward the stage during a special memorial concert for George Gershwin just 2 months after his passing. This emotional evening showed again how deeply the Hollywood Bowl had become part of Los Angeles cultural life. 1938. The Hollywood Bowl is transformed into ancient Japan for a spectacular production of Puccini's opera Madame Butterfly. The stage features a complete Japanese house with sliding paper screens, wooden details, and beautiful cherry blossom trees. On August 9, 1938, over 22,000 people filled the bowl to witness this stunning and authentic staging under the open sky. 1938. Audience members enjoy a magical evening of Puccini's Madame Butterfly at the Hollywood Bowl. The elaborate Japanese-style set stands beautifully on stage, complete with a quiet garden and traditional house. Conducted by Mario Chamley as Pinkerton and featuring Hizi Koike as Cho-Cho-san, this production received glowing praise. From the VIP seats in front to the thousands filling the hillside, everyone was captivated by this stunning open-air opera. 1940. The Hollywood Bowl at night, glowing like a jewel in the hills. From this dramatic angle, you see the iconic shell illuminated, while the entire amphitheater is packed with thousands of people under the stars. The lights, the crowd, the magic in the air. This is the Hollywood Bowl at its most breathtaking, a beacon of music and wonder that continued to draw massive audiences even as the world was changing. Around the 1930s, the grand entrance road leading to the Hollywood Bowl. High on the hillside, a large sign proudly spells out Hollywood Bowl, welcoming visitors from across the city. This iconic gateway, with its trees, lampposts, and winding path, marked the beginning of an unforgettable evening for thousands of music lovers heading to the amphitheater. 1939. The majestic Muse of Music statue stands proudly at the entrance to the Hollywood Bowl. Sculpted by George Maitland Stanley, this striking 22-foot granite figure with flowing robes and a lyre welcomes visitors as they approach the venue. Part of the larger WPA art project, this beautiful landmark quickly became an iconic symbol, greeting generations of music lovers on their way to unforgettable nights under the stars. 1940. Two women stand in awe at night, gazing up at the newly completed Muse of Music statue at the entrance to the Hollywood Bowl. Illuminated dramatically against the darkness, this striking granite figure with flowing robes and a lyre welcomes visitors with grace and power. This iconic landmark, created by George Stanley, quickly became one of the most photographed and beloved symbols of the Hollywood Bowl. Around 1940, the magnificent statues of the Muses of Music and Drama stand proudly at the entrance to the Hollywood Bowl. Carved by George Stanley, these towering granite figures with flowing robes and symbolic lyres greet every visitor with grace and power. Created as part of the WPA art project, these beautiful works of art quickly became an essential landmark, welcoming generations of music lovers as they arrived for unforgettable nights under the stars. 1940, July 10th. The iconic Hollywood Bowl sign and the majestic Muse statues glow beautifully at night, welcoming visitors to the venue. The massive letters, carved into the stone wall, shine brightly against the darkness, while the graceful figure of the Muse stands proudly beside them. This dramatic entrance, completed in 1940, immediately became one of the most photographed and beloved symbols of the Hollywood Bowl. 1938. Looking southeast toward Whiteley Heights through the Cahuenga Boulevard underpass. On the left and right, you see Highland Avenue, while cars flow through the tunnel below. This complex traffic solution was built to handle the growing crowds heading to the Hollywood Bowl. Soon, Cahuenga Boulevard would be widened, making the journey to the bowl even smoother for thousands of eager concertgoers every night. Around 1940, a wide view from the opposite side of the road looking toward the Hollywood Bowl. Cars travel along the busy street in the foreground, while the iconic shell and seating area rise proudly on the hillside in the distance. Trees and houses dot the landscape, showing how the bowl had become a natural part of the Los Angeles scenery, easily visible and accessible to everyone driving by. Around 1940, a stunning aerial view looking north toward the Hollywood Bowl. The iconic curved shell stands proudly in the center, surrounded by the sweeping rows of seats carved into the hillside. In the distance to the right, you can clearly see the Pilgrimage Play Theater nestled on the slope of Cahuenga Pass. This bird's-eye perspective perfectly captures how the bowl had become a natural and majestic part of the Los Angeles landscape. 1941. The Hollywood Bowl shines brilliantly at night during its grand reopening. The iconic shell is dramatically lit, while the entire amphitheater is packed with thousands of excited fans. This special evening on July 14, 1941, marked a major renovation and the launch of a spectacular new season of Symphonies Under the Stars. The lights, the crowd, the magic in the air, everything came together perfectly for one of the most memorable nights in the Bowl's history. 1943, August 14th. A young Frank Sinatra makes his historic first appearance at the Hollywood Bowl. Dressed in a casual white shirt, the rising pop star stands confidently on stage, performing with the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra. This groundbreaking concert marked the first time a pop singer shared the stage with a full symphony orchestra, blending pop and classical music in front of thousands of fans. 1942. Hollywood Bowl becomes a powerful stage for patriotism. Men and women in uniform stand tall, saluting during a major war bond rally. Large banners read Los Angeles Times and Buy More Bonds as the iconic shell towers behind them. Even during wartime, with attendance limited for safety, the bowl continued to serve its city, helping sell bonds and lift the spirits of Los Angeles. From the 1930s onward, the Hollywood Bowl became the proud setting for high school graduation ceremonies across Los Angeles. Rows of graduates in caps and gowns stand on the iconic stage, with the massive curved shell rising behind them, while proud families fill the seats. What began as a simple tradition in 1922 grew into one of the most beloved and distinctive graduation ceremonies in the city, turning this open-air theater into a place where dreams officially began. Around 1948, the distinguished British actor Ralph Richardson walks casually through the empty seats of the Hollywood Bowl. With the iconic curved shell rising majestically behind him, this moment captures a quiet, personal visit by the star, who was in Los Angeles filming The Heiress. Even off-stage, the bowl remained a special place that drew artists and legends from around the world. 1949, an incredible aerial view looking down on the Hollywood Bowl. The iconic shell sits proudly in the canyon, while the vast parking area behind it is clearly visible. In the upper right, you can see the distinctive white buildings of the San Francisco House perched on the hillside along Cahuenga Pass. This bird's-eye perspective perfectly captures how the bowl had grown into a major destination, with infrastructure ready to welcome thousands of visitors every season. 1951. Backstage at the Hollywood Bowl before a performance of Johann Strauss's Die Fledermaus. A group of graceful ballet dancers in full white tutus sit along the edge of the stage, adjusting their costumes and preparing for the show. The vast empty seats stretch behind them, waiting to be filled. This charming moment captures the quiet anticipation just before the lights go up and the music begins under the iconic shell. 1951. A triumphant night at the Hollywood Bowl. Thousands upon thousands pack the seats for the grand reopening, the iconic shell dramatically lit as the orchestra performs on stage. This historic evening, made possible by the tireless fundraising and leadership of Dorothy Buffum Chandler, marked the triumphant return of the bowl after years of challenges and kicked off a brilliant new chapter for music under the stars. Around 1951, a breathtaking aerial view looking down the Cahuenga Pass toward the Hollywood Bowl. The iconic shell and amphitheater sit nestled in the hills, while the busy highway winds below, connecting the venue to the growing city of Los Angeles. In the distance, you can see the famous Muse of Music statue near the entrance and the vast parking areas ready for thousands of visitors. This bird's-eye perspective perfectly captures the bowl as a beloved landmark deeply woven into the fabric of Los Angeles. 1952, a spectacular aerial view looking down on the Hollywood Bowl and the end of the Cahuenga Pass Freeway. The iconic shell sits nestled in the hills, while the newly expanded highway curves gracefully toward the venue, bringing thousands of visitors straight to the music. This bird's-eye shot perfectly captured how the bowl had become fully integrated into Los Angeles, with modern infrastructure making it easier than ever for fans from across the city to reach this legendary stage. 1953. Looking north at the massive construction of the Hollywood Freeway through Cahuenga Pass. Heavy machinery works on the new highway with clear signs for Highland Ave, Cahuenga, inbound to LA, outbound to Valley, and the prominent pilgrimage bridge visible in the distance. This major infrastructure project right beside the Hollywood Bowl would soon make it even easier for fans from all over Southern California to reach the iconic venue. 1953. The legendary Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus takes center stage at the Hollywood Bowl. The amphitheater is transformed into a spectacular big top with elephants, trapeze artists, clowns, and dazzling performances under the iconic shell. Flags wave across the venue as thousands of excited fans watch the greatest show on earth live in this natural canyon theater. This grand event brought a whole new kind of magic to the bowl. 1954. A stunning aerial view of the Hollywood Bowl nestled beautifully in the hills on the right. The iconic shell and amphitheater sit perfectly in the natural canyon, while the newly expanded Hollywood Freeway and Cahuenga Pass wind along the left side of the frame. This bird's-eye perspective showed how the bowl had become a true landmark, seamlessly integrated into the growing landscape of Hollywood and Los Angeles. 1956, October 19th. The Hollywood Bowl glows brightly at night during a major political rally for President Dwight Eisenhower. The iconic shell stands illuminated as thousands of supporters fill the seats for his re-election campaign speech. Spotlights cut through the darkness, creating a powerful and historic moment. This was one of the biggest political events ever held at the Bowl, showing how the venue had become a stage not just for music, but for the voices that shaped America. 1956, October 20th. President Dwight Eisenhower stands at the podium delivering a powerful campaign speech at the Bowl. The graceful curved shell glows dramatically behind him, with the American flag waving proudly on the left. Thousands of supporters fill the seats under the night sky as spotlights illuminate this historic moment. This was one of the most significant political events ever held at the Bowl. 1953. Workers carefully install a massive new water feature in front of the Hollywood Bowl stage. This enormous reflecting pool, 106 feet long, 36 feet wide, and 6 feet deep, could hold 100,000 gallons of water. Positioned right in front of the iconic shell, it would soon create stunning reflections and add a whole new dimension of beauty to performances under the stars. 1959. The magnificent new fountain at the Hollywood Bowl comes alive at night. Powerful jets of water shoot dramatically upward, illuminated with brilliant lights against the iconic shell. Designed by Wayne Griffin and capable of shooting 2,500 gallons of water, this spectacular fountain quickly became one of the most beloved features of the Bowl, adding magic, movement, and beauty to performances under the stars. 1960, July 5th, opening night of the 31st season at the Hollywood Bowl. Thousands upon thousands of music lovers, including many church leaders and civic figures, fill every seat under the stars. The orchestra performs on the iconic stage as the majestic shell glows behind them. This grand reopening marked another triumphant summer, drawing record crowds to one of Southern California's most beloved cultural traditions. 1963, July 16th. The Hollywood Bowl stands majestic as the Los Angeles Philharmonic opens its 44th season. The orchestra performs beautifully under the iconic curved shell, with the reflecting pool shimmering in front. This magical night, conducted by the brilliant Zubin Mehta, marked another outstanding summer of symphonies under the stars, continuing the Bowl's proud tradition of world-class music. 1964, August 23rd. Pure Beatlemania explodes at the Hollywood Bowl. Young fans, screaming, cheering, and holding up cameras, are completely captivated during the Beatles' first concert here. The excitement is electric as the biggest band in the world performs under the iconic shell, marking one of the most unforgettable nights in the Bowl's long history. 1965, August 29th. The Beatles return to the Hollywood Bowl for their second unforgettable night. John, Paul, George, and Ringo rock the stage under the iconic curved shell, delivering pure energy to a screaming crowd. This was Beatlemania at its peak, one of the most explosive concerts ever held at the Bowl, cementing its place in rock and roll history. 1968, a breathtaking night view of the Hollywood Bowl. The full orchestra performs on stage, perfectly reflected in the shimmering pool of water below the iconic curved shell. The dramatic lighting creates a mirror-like effect, turning the entire scene into a magical symphony of light and sound. This stunning reflection, one of the Bowl's most beloved visual signatures, makes every performance feel even more extraordinary under the stars. 1970, a striking view inside the Hollywood Bowl showing the newly installed sonotubes above the stage. These large cylindrical tubes, designed by architect Frank Gehry and acoustician Christopher Jaffe, were added to dramatically improve sound quality for the audience. The full orchestra performs on stage, perfectly reflected in the shimmering pool below, as the iconic curved shell frames this important upgrade in the bowl's long history of acoustic evolution. 1972, a rare behind-the-scenes look at the Hollywood Bowl during maintenance. The massive sonotubes hang above the stage, while the famous reflecting pool is completely drained for the season. In the foreground, you can see the special pool circle seating area where audiences once sat right at the water's edge. Even during these quiet moments of upkeep, the bowl's legendary shell continues to stand ready for the next unforgettable summer of music. 1973, the legendary tenor Luciano Pavarotti makes his triumphant debut at the Hollywood Bowl. Dressed dramatically as Rodolfo in Puccini's Bohème with his iconic white hat and colorful scarf, he pours his powerful voice into the night air under the curved shell. The audience is spellbound as one of the greatest opera stars of all time brings pure Italian passion to this open-air stage, creating a magical night that fans would remember for decades. 1980. Frank Gehry brings a bold new vision to the Hollywood Bowl. The old sonotubes are replaced by large floating fiberglass spheres suspended high above the stage. These striking white orbs, nicknamed the balls, dramatically improve acoustics while allowing musicians to see each other clearly across the orchestra. The iconic shell now has a futuristic new look, marking another major chapter in the bowl's constant evolution to deliver perfect sound under the stars. 1989, a sweeping panoramic view from Mulholland Drive looking down over the Hollywood Bowl. The iconic shell sits nestled in the Green Canyon, while in the far distance, the famous Hollywood sign shines on the hill, and the vast skyline of Los Angeles stretches across the horizon. This breathtaking perspective captures the bowl as the beating heart of entertainment, perfectly positioned between the legends of Hollywood and the pulsing energy of the entire city. Captured in 2005, this is the Hollywood Bowl just 1 year after its massive 2004 renovation. While it keeps that classic 1929 silhouette we all love, the upgrades to sound and performance were absolutely game-changing. Just behind it, the Hollywood sign stands as a silent witness to a century of stars. From the 1929 silhouette to the massive 2004 renovation, the Hollywood Bowl remains a silent witness to a century of stars. We've seen its shells evolve, and its stages host the world's greatest legends. Which of these historic moments moved you the most? Drop a comment below. If you enjoy these deep dives into history, hit like and subscribe to Old Photo History. Help us keep these memories alive. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.